Morning, students. Today we shall start a new poem from your book Beehive, which is on page number 65. That is A Legend of Northland by Phoebe Carey. A Legend of Northland is a ballad. A ballad is a poem narrating a story in short stanzas. Ballad is such kind of poem which tells a story in short stanzas, and in the poem all the stanzas comprise 4 lines. In total, there are 16 stanzas in this poem, and these stanzas will tell us a story. Ballads are a part of folk culture or popular culture and are passed on orally from one generation to the next. Folk culture is a story of any area and is known as ballad. Folk culture comprises of traditional stories which are passed on from one generation to the next generation. This story is of Northland area, the area which is near the North Pole. This exact place is not specified, but Northland means the area in the northernmost part of the earth, that is near the North Pole. Legend means a historical story, one which is very old and has been passed from one generation to another. From the first stanza we shall start. Away, away in the Northland, where the hours of the day are few and the nights are so long in the winter that they cannot sleep them through. In this region around the North Pole, Northland, the duration of the day is very less because its position is such that the sun rays reach for a very less time. When this area is experiencing winter season, the duration of night is very long and the daytime hours are very less. In line 4, they refers to the people who live in this region. The poet says that the duration of the night time is so long that the people cannot sleep them through. If they go to bed, take a few hours of sleep and then they wake up. It is still night time. He wants to emphasize on the fact that the duration of the night is very long. Where they harness the swift reindeer to the sledges when it snows, and the children look like bear cubs in their funny furry clothes. Sledges here means a vehicle or on runners for conveying loads or passengers over snow or ice, often pulled by draught animals. To harness means to tie the reindeer with a rope to a sledge so that it can be used for transportation. Swift means something which runs very fast. So this stanza conveys that the Northland region experiences severe cold conditions. It is a snowy area. The reindeer is an animal which is found in this polar region. People tie the reindeers to sledges and then the reindeers pull the sledges. He adds that the children look like young ones or of a bear because they wear funny looking clothes made of fur, which is like the furry skin of a bear. Then coming to the next stanza, they tell them a curious story. I don't believe it's true, and you may learn a lesson and if I tell the tale to you. Curious means strange. In this line, in the first line, they refers to the parents or elders and them refers to the children or the younger generation. The elders of the Northland region tell a strange and interesting story to the younger generation. The poet says that he doesn't think that the story is true, but if he tells the story to the reader, maybe the reader could learn a lesson from it. The story gives an important message. Once, when the good Saint Peter lived in the world below and walked about it, preaching just as he did, you know. Saint Peter is an apostle of Christ, a disciple or follower of Jesus Christ. Preaching means to give a religious talk. The story is about Saint Peter. When Saint Peter used to live in the world and went around giving religious lectures to the people, just like all saints do. Then an incident happened. He came to the door of a cottage in traveling round the earth, where a little woman was making cakes and baking them on the hearth. Hearth means fireplace where you do cooking. When Saint Peter was moving around the world giving religious lectures to the people, he reached the door of a cottage where a small woman was making cakes. She was baking cakes in the fireplace. And being faint with fasting for the day was almost done, he asked her from her store of cakes to give him a single one. Faint means to be weak and famished. So, as Saint Peter had not eaten anything the entire day, he was very hungry and was feeling weak. So he went to this woman who was baking cakes and he asked for one cake out of the many that she had baked. So she made a very little cake, but as it baking lay, she looked at it and thought it seemed too large to give away. The woman was selfish. She did not give cake from her store. Instead, she started making a very small cake for Saint Peter. She did not want to share her things, but when she put the cake for baking, she looked at it and thought that this cake was too big to be given to someone. Therefore, she needed another and still a smaller one, but it looked when she turned it over as large as the first had done. Kneaded means to make dough from the flour. The little miser woman thought that the cake was too big to be given away, so she started making another smaller cake. When she looked at that cake, she again felt that it was as big as the previous one. Again, she was not ready to give this smaller cake to Saint Peter. In the next stanza, then she took a tiny scrap of dough and rolled it flat and baked it thin as a wafer, but she couldn't part with that. Scrap means a small amount she took. The third time she took a very small amount of dough and rolled it. The poet says that she rolled and rolled to lay emphasis on the fact that she rolled the dough and made it very thin like a wafer and baked it. But she was so greedy that she couldn't give that thin piece of bread to the saint. For she said, "My cakes that seem too small when I eat of them myself are yet too large to give away." So she put them on the shelf. The woman reasoned that when she ate the cakes, she felt that they were very small, but if she had to give them to someone, she felt that they were too big to be given away. She put all the cakes on the shelf of her kitchen and she did not give any cake to Saint Peter. Then good Saint Peter grew angry, and he was hungry and faint, and surely such a woman was enough to provoke a saint. Provoke means cause to get angry. Saint Peter became angry. He was very hungry. He was feeling very weak and the selfish woman was not ready to give him even a small cake. This behavior of the greedy woman angered the saint. And he said, "You are far too selfish to dwell in a human form, to have both food and shelter and fire to keep you warm." Dwell means to live. So Saint Peter cursed the woman and said that she was very selfish. She did not deserve to live like a human being. He added that God had given her food and shelter, fire to keep her warm, but she had become selfish for all the resources she had. She did not want to share them with anybody. Now you shall build as the birds do, and shall get your scanty food by boring and boring and boring all day in the hard, dry wood. Scanty means very little, and boring means make a hole in something with a tool or by digging. Who does that? Yes, the woodpecker. Saint Peter cursed the woman that hence she would become a bird because she did not deserve the human form. She shall become a bird and just like birds build her houses by boring into the wood and collect very little food by working hard the entire day. Similarly, she would also work hard in the dry wood all day and get little food and make a small piece for herself to live in. Then up she went through the chimney, never speaking a word, and out of the top flew a woodpecker, and she was changed to a bird. As soon as Saint Peter cursed the woman, she did not get a chance to speak for herself, because that very moment she flew up to the roof through the chimney and flew out in the form of a bird. Saint Peter cursed her had converted the woman into a bird. She had a scarlet cap on her head, and that was left the same, but all the rest of her clothes were burned black as a coal in the flame. When the woman turned into a bird at that time, she was wearing a red colored cap on her head. This cap was there on the bird's head also, but the woman's remaining clothes had burned and turned black in color just like coal. And every country schoolboy has seen her in the wood where she lives in the trees till this very day, boring and boring for food. So, country here means belonging to the countryside, that is, rural areas. People who live in the countryside, even the small children who go to school, has seen this kind of bird in the woods. They see that she stays there all day and keeps on digging the wood with her beak to collect her food. Whenever any child sees this kind of bird, then his elders tell him this story. They say that the bird used to be a woman earlier. She was very greedy and so she was cursed by Saint Peter and turned into a bird. They get a teaching that they should not be greedy. So this was the poem about the greedy old woman, that is a legend of the Northland. And your homework for today is you have to read the poem once and write its summary. Okay? Till then, take care. Thank you.